Hello, everybody. This is The Home in the World by Rabindranath Tagore. Chapter 6, Nikhil's Story, Part 9. One afternoon, when I happened to be specially busy, word came to my office room that Bimala had sent for me. I was startled. "Who did you say had sent for me?" I asked the messenger. "The Rani mother." "The Bara Rani?" "No, sir, the Chota Rani mother." "The Chota Rani." It seemed a century since I had been sent for by her. I kept them all waiting there and went off into the inner apartments. When I stepped into our room, I had another shock of surprise to find Bimala there with a distinct suggestion of being dressed up. The room, which from persistent neglect had latterly acquired an air of having grown absent-minded, had regained something of its old order this afternoon. I stood there silently, looking inquiringly at Bimala. She flushed a little, and the fingers of her right hand toyed for a time with the bangles on her left arm. Then she abruptly spoke the silence. "Look here, is it right that ours should be the only market in all Bengal which is allowed foreign goods?" "What, then, would be the right thing to do?" I asked. "Order them to be cleared out." "Ah, but the goods aren't mine." "Isn't the market yours?" "It's much more theirs who use it for trade." "Let them trade in Indian goods, then." "Nothing would please me better, but suppose they don't?" "Nonsense! How dare they be so insolent?" "Are you not?" "I'm very busy this afternoon, and cannot stop to argue it out, but I must refuse to tyrannize." "It would not be tyranny for selfish gain, but for the sake of the country." "To tyrannize for the country is to tyrannize over the country. But that I am afraid you will never understand." With this, I came away. All of a sudden, the world shone out for me with a fresh clearness. I seemed to feel it in my blood that the earth had lost the weight of its earthiness, and its daily task of sustaining life no longer appeared a burden, as with a wonderful access of power it whirled through space, telling its beads of days and nights. What endless work, and withal what illimitable energy of freedom! None shall check it, oh, none can ever check it. From the depths of my being an uprush of joy, like a waterspout, sprang high to storm the skies. I repeatedly asked myself the meaning of this outburst of feeling. At first there was no intelligible answer. Then it became clear that the bond against which I had been fretting inwardly night and day had broken. To my surprise, I discovered that my mind was freed from all mistiness. I could see everything relating to Bimala as if vividly pictured on a camera screen. It was palpable that she had specially dressed herself up to coax that order out of me. Till that moment I had never viewed Bimala's adornment as a thing apart from herself. But today, the elaborate manner in which she had done up her hair, in the English fashion, made it appear a mere decoration. That which before had the mystery of her personality about it and was priceless to me, was now out to sell itself cheap. As I came away from that broken cage of a bedroom, out into the golden light of the open, there on the avenue of the Bahuinias, along the gravelled path in front of my veranda, suffusing the sky with a rosy flush, a group of starlings beneath the trees were noisily chattering away. In the distance, an empty bullock cart, with its nose on the ground, held up its tail aloft, one of its unharnessed bullocks grazing, and the other resting on the grass, its eyes dropping for very comfort, while a crow on its back was pecking away at the insects on its body. I seemed to have come closer to the heartbeats of the great earth in all the simplicity of its daily life. Its warm breath fell on me with the perfume of the bauhinia blossoms, and an anthem inexpressibly sweet seemed to peal forth from this world where I, in my freedom, live in the freedom of all else. We, men, are knights whose quest is that freedom to which our ideals call us. She who makes for us the banner under which we fare forth is the true woman for us. We must tear away the disguise of her who weaves out net of enchantments at home, and know her for what she is. We must beware of clothing her in the witchery of our own longings and imagings, and thus allow her to distract us from our true quest. Today, I feel that I shall win through. I've come to the gateway of the simple. I'm now content to see things as they are. I've gained freedom myself. I shall allow freedom to others. In my work will be my salvation. I know that time and again my heart will ache, but now that I understand its pain in all its truth, I can disregard it. Now that I know it concerns only me, what after all can be its value? The suffering which belongs to all mankind shall be my crown. Save me, truth. Never again let me hanker after the false paradise of illusion. If I must walk alone, let me at least tread your path. Let the drum beats of truth lead me to victory.